The Montreal Screwjob remains a pivotal event in wrestling history, sparking endless discussions and debates among fans. Three main perspectives emerged from these discussions. The first camp believed that Vince McMahon's actions were justified as he aimed to protect the integrity of the championship. The second camp sided with Bret Hart, viewing McMahon as the villain. They highlighted Bret's creative control clause, which governed his exit from the company. A smaller third camp subscribed to the urban legend that the entire incident was an elaborate work, strategically setting the stage for a McMahon vs. Hart feud in the future. However, historical evidence has debunked the notion of it being a work, undermining this theory in several ways. Firstly, if Montreal had been a work and there were no genuine animosities between McMahon and the Hart family, there would not have been a 12-year hiatus between Bret's departure from the promotion and his eventual re-signing with the company. While Bret's physical health issues played a role in this gap, there was nothing about his condition in 2009 that made a return more viable than it would have been in 2008, 2007, or 2006. The significant time lapse before the story's resolution on WWE television contradicts the idea of it being a work. Moreover, considering the nature of the professional wrestling industry, it would have been highly unlikely for everyone involved to keep the secret for such an extended period. In an industry known for participants revealing each other's deepest secrets, someone would have inevitably divulged the truth. Admittedly, certain elements could fuel suspicion about the event being a work, such as the conveniently placed camera crews during the filming of Wrestling with Shadows, and the absence of legal action between the parties. However, when considering the weight of evidence against the work argument, it becomes evident that the case for it being a legitimate incident is much stronger. It is worth noting that Bret Hart and Vince McMahon had a close friendship, as acknowledged by Bret in his 2007 autobiography, Hitman. They had worked closely together for 14 years, and McMahon granted Bret considerable influence within the WWF. Bret, being politically savvy, was fiercely protective of his position as the company's top star, as evident in his victories over Steve Austin and concessions in feuds with Shawn Michaels and other talents. By 1997, Bret's character had become stagnant while Austin's popularity soared. Despite this, Bret continued to be booked ahead of Austin due to the creative control clause in his contract. This clause, enjoyed by many top talents over the years, allowed workers to demand control over their creative direction to safeguard their positions. Bret often exercised this control when working with Vince, as seen in his victory over Austin at WrestleMania 13, which would not have happened without Bret's influence. The documentary Wrestling with Shadows presented a different narrative, suggesting that Bret was pushed into an anti-American storyline. However, this fresh angle revitalized Bret's character, and he could have utilized his creative control if he truly opposed it. Regarding the Screwjob, Bret's contract legally prevented McMahon from deceiving him by presenting one angle, X, while secretly executing another, Y. According to the book Sex, Lies, and Headlocks, Bret had creative control over his character during the 30 days leading to his departure from the company. No lawsuit ensued, despite Bret's willingness to pursue legal actions in other aspects of his life. If the Screwjob had been genuine, Vince would have breached their contract, entitling Bret to more than just retaliation against his boss. Instead, one could argue that Bret and Vince collaborated on scripting the most elaborate wrestling angle ever witnessed, effectively utilizing Bret's creative control.